Do you feel unfit in your leadership roles you are called to? Or are you struggling to be a follower for a leader? God started to show me in the Bible the leaders He chose. And though many may see them unfit in our society, then and now were anointed by God as leaders throughout the Bible. And the ones who seemed so fit in the society and by the majority can be unfit in the eyes of God. I hope my book will help you see leadership in a different perspective, more biblical one and more humane one. This book is written without help of AI and is not anything political, does not discuss any politics nor politicians. It has obtained publishing offers and copyright from year 2025 and does not allow reproducing or copying of any kind without prior written consent and credits. Thank you. Chapter 1. Moses. From a new upcoming book, The Unfit Leaders in Bible and Life. And now God allows it due to Moses' repeat denial and constant questionings to obey as God had originally asked. And you see later in the Bible, this initial disobedience by Moses also created hindrances and further disobedience of others when Aaron builds a golden calf, while Moses is in the mountain with one of his most important duties receiving the 10 Commandments through God. Exodus 32. We also see that the Israelites went to Aaron to complain and to hold accountability when Moses was taking longer than they can wait for. Do we see that too in our society or workplaces? A co-leader or manager, sometimes ad hoc like Aaron, people go to instantly when the appointed leader is away and complain, gossip, and venture away from original purpose and goals set. I have experienced this several times. Just miss half a day of work for a doctor's appointment and atmosphere, and project plans have changed behind my back by someone else. Now, the golden calf idolatry.
With whom will you compare me or count me equal? To whom will you liken me that we may be compared? Some pour out gold from their bags, and weigh out silver on the scales. They hire a goldsmith to make it into a god, and they bow down and worship it. They lift it to their shoulders and carry it. They set it up in its place, and there it stands. From that spot it cannot move. Even though someone cries out to it, it cannot answer. It cannot save them from their troubles.
Isaiah chapter 46 verses 5 to 7. What was the result of this golden calf? God almost wiped all the Israelites out, His own people He loved so much. Rarely, such action done quickly and maliciously behind an appointed leader results in a positive outcome. It is self-destructive and unwise. And the delay it created is much longer than the short waiting period of Moses in the mountains the first time. Now Moses must do that over again, clean up the mess they had made while he was gone, and plead to God. What were the first 3 commandments?
I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above or on the earth beneath or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them.
Exodus chapter 20 verses 2 to 5.
You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain.
That is, irreverently, in false affirmations, or in ways that impugn the character of God. Israelites in our sinful human nature have already broken those commandments as they are being written on tablets. It is also worth noting that this had happened immediately after God had appointed Sabbath day of rest and commanded to keep it holy. Israelites were no longer in slavery, nor being chased by Egyptian armies and chariots. They died in the Red Sea. They were not starving anymore. Yet they could not be thankful for what God has done for them thus far, and were complaining, unable to trust and wait briefly for Moses, a leader God had proven through leading them out of Egypt and performed many miracles through, including splitting the Red Sea. God provided freedom, food, rest, and gave His love and order to them. And they chose to build and worship an idol. Do we also turn to sin when a leader is away and have free time in our hands? And what does this golden calf represent? Physical strength, wealth and prosperity, material things among many, and also source of food, physical labor and a false god with horns. For your people, whom you brought up from the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I commanded them. They have made themselves a molten calf, and have worshipped it and sacrificed to it, and said, This is your God, O Israel, who brought you up from the land of Egypt. Exodus 3:28. So Moses went back to the Lord and said, Oh, what a great sin these people have committed. They have made themselves gods of gold. Exodus 32:31. Israelites complained very often of desire of staying in Egypt, instead of following Moses where they had food in return for slave labor. They had become used to that lifestyle, though it was slavery, instead of God's manna and Sabbath rest. Stay tuned for part 3, which will go in depth into the faith chapter and meaning of Moses. Like, subscribe and follow to support. Thanks be to God.